I think the question of environment and ecology and these issues of energy, I think, are going to become increasingly important. And I also think they give us a certain, I think they could give us a new focus. In terms of how does this influence one's work, I think in a one-by-one basis, probably not in a precise and literal manner. I think we've always been interested in making architecture which has a certain intelligence about the way it's built and the way that it performs, and trying to use as much passive quality as possible. That's always been, for me, something which is fundamentally architectural. And I think now this is not a time of excess. I think it's a time of rethinking. I think the Salone in Milan is clearly one of the great events for the design community, and to have installations like the one we're doing, sponsored by Marazzi, I think first of all brings industry together with designers. It allows us to discuss their products with them, even to criticize their products. And I think it stimulates the sort of theater of the design community. And I think that sometimes these sort of informal gatherings are really important. I don't know whether one could measure scientifically their influence or their impact or even their validity, but I think bringing people together around these occasions, I think, is very important. The definition of modern is a very subjective and ambiguous one. Everything that is done is modern at the moment it's conceived. It's contemporary at the moment it's conceived. History puts it in another perspective. The modern movement was very destructive in some ways, disconnecting us from history. And I think that it's important for us to see all contemporary work within a continuity between the great things that have happened and the great things that may happen. You know, we sit at any moment between the possibility of the future and the fact of history. And I think as architects and as designers, all of us are surrounded by fantastic examples of things that have been done before, and we learn from them. So I don't ever see this contradiction between historical context and contemporary intervention. I think this is a normal situation between conditions. In any case, it's always stimulating. Italy shows us very well the way of dealing with history and contemporary design.